1.22.
What's your earliest memory?
I was born on the Atlantic coast of New England, and my earliest memory is swimming between my mother and my father in the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, wow.
Because I swam before I could walk, and it was wonderful.
How amazing. How old were you then?
I think I was actually, I must have been really, really young. Maybe I'd already walked by that point. I must have been 1.5 when I had that memory. Really young. It was a beautiful experience then. And remembering it makes me very happy.
My earliest memory is of being completely by myself, lost in what seemed to be a great big forest. It probably wasn't. I was about 18 months old, and we were living in Virginia, which is where I was born, and I was on a kind of a path in the middle of a really, really dark forest, and I remember looking behind me, and it was just darkness and big dark trees, and the same ahead of me, and just having this feeling of being completely on my own and calling out for my sister Lynn, who was 7 years older than me, who was supposed to be watching me and not being able to find her.
I guess I was about 3 or maybe 4, and I remember sitting on my father's shoulders. And we were going to the zoo, and there was an elephant, and the elephant took my ice cream.
I remember it was 1966, and I was sitting at a bus stop with my grandmother, and I'd been given a brand new dime. It was brand new. It was so shiny, and it was beautiful. And I remember deciding then and there that this was going to be my earliest memory. I was going to remember this day in 1966 when I was sitting there with this brand new dime. And then I remember the bus came, and when we went to get on, my grandma was a dime short. So that was the end of my dime.
One of my very earliest memories is pulling away in a car, looking out of the window, seeing our dog Sam through a window, whimpering and looking really sad like he was already missing us. We were basically having to say goodbye to Sam because we were moving to an apartment where they didn't allow dogs. So we were having to say goodbye to him, and it was very sad. He was whining and whimpering in his new home, and we were pulling away. It was horrible.